Hello everyone. In this video, I'll talk about how to set up Python development environment or Python programming environment in your machine. So stay tuned. Okay. As you can see, I have written here to set up Python programming or Python development environment in your machine, you basically needs two tools. One is compiler or interpreter and the other one is code editor or IDE. Okay, so that means you need one compiler or one interpreter. So in our case, we shall set up the Python development environment. So we need the Python interpreter. Okay, so we need the Python interpreter and we need any one code editor or any IDE to write the program. Okay, so I again repeat, we need a Python interpreter to translate, to translate the whole program into machine code, and to write the code, to write the Python programs, we need either one code editor or one IDE. Okay, now let me go into the details of what I have written here. Okay, you can see here I have shown you in schematic form how you can set up the Python programming environment or Python development environment. So I have shown you three boxes. Three boxes are nothing but this one and this one and this one. These three boxes. These three boxes means three approaches. That's all. So the first one, this approach that I have shown you already in the very first video. So here I have shown you already how to set up the C Python interpreter into your system by downloading that setup file from python.org that I have already shown you. Now, when you install that setup that I have already shown you, in that you get the Python interpreter, means Python compiler or Python interpreter, and along with that you get like a code editor or IDE. You need one interactive shell as well as you get the documentation. So in short, that one single installation creates Python's integrated development and learning environment. So this approach I have already shown you. Okay. Now coming to the second approach that I have already told you at the beginning of this video, that you need a compiler or interpreter. So okay, in this lecture, in this video, I'll use this compiler and interpreter interchangeably. So when I write compiler, that means you will know that I'm talking about interpreter or Python interpreter. Okay. So here you need basically Python interpreter, and along with that you need one code editor. Any one code editor. I have written the names of many code editors. So you will need any one code editor according to your choice. Okay. Now I have shown you, see, there are some code editors like VI, VIM, Nano. These are all terminal based code editor. Okay, which are predominant. VI, VIM, Nano, they all are used in Linux system. However, there is a graphical version of Vim that is also used in Windows. Okay, and for GUI based code editors, there are many like Notepad, Notepad++, Atom, Visual Studio Code, Brackets, Sublime Text. There are many. I have written just a few. So you can use any one of them according to your choice. Okay, choice and preference. Okay, in this series I'll also show you how to use this Visual Studio Code and write your Python programs and run them on it. So why I choose Visual Studio Code? Because this is popular, first of all. Second, it is very lightweight. It is almost like flyweight. It consumes very less computer resources. So even if you have a normal computer, in that normal computer you can run this Visual Studio Code very easily. And on top of that, you have plenty of extensions or add-ons, and with the help of those add-ons you can write and run many programs, as well as you get some additional facilities or features. So this is very feature rich. Okay, that, and it is also flyweight, very lightweight. So that is why I pick this one and I'll show you this one. Anyway, you do not have to use this one. If you Like you can use some other code editors also, like Atom or Sublime Text or whatever you like. Okay, and the third approach is this one. So you need one compiler or Python interpreter, and along with that you need one IDE. So the compiler we have already installed, that I have shown you in the very first video. The interpreter I have already installed. Okay, now you need one IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So there are many IDEs like Eclipse, PyCharm, IntelliJ IDEA, Gyani, then NetBeans. There are many. You can use any one of them, whatever you like, you can use them. So in this series I'll also show you how to use PyCharm. Okay, now there are many people who do not really want to install anything in their computer, because just for the time being they do not want to install anything. They just want to check whether they like this Python programming or not. In that case, you can go for this online option. So these are online shells or online interactive shells where you can write and run Python programs directly without installing anything in your system. You just need one web browser like Google Chrome, or maybe Mozilla Firefox, or maybe Microsoft Edge, or Opera, or whatever, Safari, anyone. So you have to make use of that web browser, and you need to get connected to internet. That's all. And you need to you go to this link, URL I have given. You go to this link, open those links, and start writing your Python programs directly. Okay, but these are not suitable for the development purpose. It is suitable only for the learning purpose. That's all. However, this one has many functions. Replit.com, so you can check it, and if you find it complicated, then you can check the first three links that I have given you here. Okay, and apart from that, there is also one IDE called Thony IDE. The specialty of Thony IDE is that in this IDE you have also Python interpreter bundled or incorporated into this IDE. For example, in Eclipse or PyCharm or IntelliJ IDEA or Gyani or NetBeans, you do not have this compiler or Python interpreter bundled up or incorporated. But in case of Thony IDE, you have this Python interpreter bundled up or incorporated into this IDE. So currently the IDE, Python interpreter that this Thony IDE is bundled up with is 3.10, which is not very old. This is you can easily use this one, and you can easily follow and run all the programs that I'll show in this series. So you can also, if you like, you can use this Thony IDE. And also I want to tell you explicitly that I am not connected to Thony IDE or any one of this, whatever I have told you in this video. This is I'm sharing just as a part of good faith, or whatever I felt that these are real. This may be helpful for anyone who is following this lecture series or this video series. Okay, so we shall that's all for now. We shall meet again in the next video. Thank you.